I'm now joined by Tyron Woodley, who's coming off a huge victory at the weekend, beating Carlos Condit by round 2 TKO and putting him right in there, up there with the top contenders for the title. Tyron, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you guys for having me on. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Congratulations. I mean, it was a huge fight. I mean, going into the fight, I think Carlos Condit was the favourite and he was being talked about as the #1 contender. How did you feel going into the fight?
I felt as if, at that point he had done enough in his career and, had enough fights and victories where guys could have been talking to him in that light, but I just knew I matched up well with him stylistically, and I thought I had what it takes to take him out.
I mean, in the first round, you landed some huge punches, and you seemed to have him kind of on the back foot a few times. How did you feel that the first round went?
I felt I won the first round. I felt like I hit him with some hard shots. I felt like I controlled him with a few takedowns, and as far as the momentum and the tempo, I felt like I was setting it, and I think I was doing the same thing in the second prior to the injury.
Yeah, now in the second, obviously, we talk about the injury. We had a takedown. He winced in the takedown. I mean, a lot of people didn't notice it, but the commentators did. Joe Rogan noticed it, and then when he got back up, you leg kicked him, of course, and he spun round, and of course that was the end of the fight. But what a lot of people seem to have forgotten about is that you were winning the fight up to that point as well, wasn't you? It wasn't like the injury happened and that was it. You won the first round and then he got injured. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I was winning the first round. I was winning the opening 2 minutes of the second round. So we were 30 seconds away from being halfway through the fight. So in any boxing competition, MMA, if the injury happened, it was a poking eye or something, we were that far away, they would have viewed it as who was winning the fight up until then, and that probably would have been the person that got the victory. I don't think it should diminish away from my performance the fact that he was injured due to a takedown that I shot, due to a leg strike that I threw. I think I should get a little bit more credit, and I think people should, allow me to enjoy this moment. I moved up in the rankings to #4 welterweight in the world, and I'm on my way to a title shot.
Have you been quite frustrated then with the reaction from people? Because it seems to be a bit of unfair criticism, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know why I'm getting criticized. Like I didn't like put some freaking TNT on the back of his leg and set a bomb off and blow him up so I can win. And I think a lot of people are giving him credit when not only was he losing, he was getting dominated, he was getting taken down. He was getting outstruck by the person that he was supposed to be this phenomenal striker, and then he got out leg kicked, and he's the person that throws all the kicks. So I think, he was getting too much credit for his past fights and the way he comes on in the third, and speculation of what he would have done. He wasn't doing it. I mean, I didn't even have to injure him to win the fight. If you look at the way the fight was going, all I had to do was continue to win the striking battles, continue to take him down, and continue to control the fight, and I would have won the fight.
Yeah, that was definitely the way that the fight was going. And the other thing that's been mentioned is people have said that Condit comes on strong in the fights because of cardio, and they've also talked maybe about your build and whether you've got the cardio for the longer fights. What's your reaction to that?
My reaction is I don't need cardio. I'm gonna knock everybody out in the first round, so I'm just gonna train all power punches, no cardio, and that's gonna be my game plan. No, I'm kidding. I think it's hilarious that people. It's almost like they're punishing you for training hard. They're punishing you for being physically fit, and they're making reference. I think Joe Rogan, is horrendous for his commentation that he did for that fight. Everything. Oh, Tyron threw a hard bomb, but Carlos took it. He has such a great chin. Oh, Tyron has a takedown. Oh, look at Carlos. He's doing the Mission Impossible guard. I think he just. Really, everything that I did, he was leaning it towards the credit of, Carlos Condit. I think sometimes when you watch a fight and you listen to the commentation, you can kind of veer the spectators and, hopefully not the UFC in directions that shouldn't have been going. I was not wincing. I was not in any harm, any danger at any point of the fight. My cardio felt great, and it was in my game plan to even increase the level in the third round. I wasn't even at full speed. It's not that people say he started off hard. He started off in this full sprint. I didn't even start off in a full sprint. Like if they think that's a full sprint for me, then I'm happy with it because they haven't seen a full sprint yet.
Now, obviously, after your fight, it was the main event. It was a huge event for welterweights because, of course, we had You know, you and Carlos as the co-main event. You had Hector Lombard and Jake Shields, and of course, then you had the title fight between Hendricks and Lawler, which was a fantastic fight. Hendricks won the title. Now, your style's been compared to Hendricks as well, with the wrestling base and the power striking. How do you think you fare up to Johnny Hendricks?
I think I fare up to him very well. You know, wrestling is fairly similar and probably negates each other. I think power is right there, and I think, you know, it's just going to lead to the speed. Speed, precision, and actually just the timing. I think I'm a better boxer. I think I'm a better kickboxer in Muay Thai. I think I have better timing. I think I'm faster. And I think those are my elements where I have to exercise, exercise my will on Johnny Hendricks. And, you know, standing in front of him, it'll be a fun fight for everybody to watch. But, you know, who knows? You know, Johnny Hendricks was in there getting beat down, and he came off on top. So for me, it's just, you know, really putting together a good game plan and being ready for it. And, you know, I'm looking forward to it. It's an intriguing match. I think the fans are going to be in for a treat, and I can't wait till they announce it.
Now, in your last two fights, we've seen you knock out Josh Koscheck, of course. He's fought for the welterweight title before. We've seen you TKO Carlos Condit, and, of course, he's fought for the welterweight title before. So as far as you're concerned now, this next title fight should be yours.
For sure. You know, and not even in a controversial loss to Jake Shields, who fought for a title, or, you know, Jay Heron, who had only been finished but never been knocked out. He'd been finished by GSP, who's the champion, IFL, Affliction, undefeated in Strike Force. My fight against Nate Marquardt was for the title. He also fought, you know, Anderson Silva for the title. So I'm fighting former title contenders, former champions of other organizations, and also other guys that, you know, held interim belts. So I've been placing myself strategically against guys that have been there before and didn't get the job done. And I'm showing them, hey, they've been there before. You thought these guys at some point in their career were worthy of a title shot. I took those guys out. I wanted to get the shot, and I want to get it done, you know.
Have you had any contact with the UFC? Have they approached you? Has there been any talks, anything?
No, not really. You know, I think, you know, we've been conversating via, you know, through manager, and, you know, I think for me it's just really focusing on, you know, trying to get the message across, trying to get the word across, trying to get the fans involved with it, because I think every manager is blowing up Dana White right now. I'm just taking a different approach. I think on all three categories, I feel as if I should get to the world title fight. I think I'm exciting. I think I fight hard. I think I'm well-spoken. I think I'm good for the sport. I'm good for the TV. I think that I earned it. And, you know, I think I can sell a ton of pay-per-view buys. So for me, in my opinion, there should be no question. But obviously there is, or they would have announced it by now.
After the fight, then, how are you feeling after the fight, and when will you be ready to get back in and compete again?
Man, I feel good. I started moving around today. I did some little shadow boxing, some focus mitts, and I'm probably going to do another light workout. I got one of my fighters getting ready for a fight, so I'm going to help him get ready for his fight. So I'll be ready, man. I suffer no injury. I got punched 2 times. I got punched with a left hook and kicked her knee with, you know, like a hybrid. I guess I got kneed, and then, you know, but other than that, you know, nothing really significant was landed on me.
Well, thank you very much for your time, and congratulations on another impressive victory.
All right, I appreciate it, man.
And before we let you go, I just want to give you a chance to do some shout-outs. So let everyone know about your Facebook and your Twitter, and any sponsors, friends, family you want to shout out as well.
You know, I just want to thank my team in American Top Team, also my team at ATT Evolution. Anybody who wants to follow me can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and also Facebook at TWOOODLEY. It's 3 O's in that, so make sure you add that one in there, or you'll be following somebody else. Stay tuned, man. Hopefully they make the right call, and you know, you see your next champion crown.
Well, I hope they make that call as well. I can't wait to hear that we're going to see Johnny Hendricks versus Tyron Woodley for the title. And thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.